Welcome back to Minecraft. I'm going to jump right in. What we're looking at right now is the Elfheim Mach 6 Sky Sled. My own invention based on a standard 2-engine, 2-directional flying machine. This particular design should be able to carry, I'm guessing, about 5 or 6 people comfortably and stably without falling off or bouncing around. I've tested it with 4 and it worked fine, so we're gonna cross our fingers and hope we make it without any issue. Looks like the others are already on their way, so let me grab my minecart and we'll get going. Don't ask me why we're already wearing our pumpkin helmets. It was just, I think mostly nobody wanted to carry the other one. We were trying to keep our inventory as clear as possible. And I need to finish this tunnel, it looks like. But that's on the list. Very long list of things to do. The light rail is now taking us to the fishing village, where I'm going to hand Vexarina here the Eye of Ender. She's going to cast out the first throw and lead us to the stronghold. Just toss it in the air. And there you go. We are heading south. And we are off to find the stronghold. First thing we run into is a glacier, a few polar bears, and then we find this wonderful little thing. It's a half of a ship that was then cut in half lengthways. Don't see that every day, but that wasn't the weirdest thing we found here. The weirdest thing we found was the other half of the ship, right beneath the ice. And there it is. You find some strange things in the Minecraft procedural generation, but this is one of the outer ones. But onward and upward. I'm going to throw out the next one, and it looks like it's taking us to that hill, and then it exploded. So around the other side of the hill is taking us back toward the hill, so it looks like we're going to have to go underground. Fortunately, there's a nice conveniently located cave here. And here's the welcoming party. Let me see if I can tag this guy. He's underwater, so this is probably not going to work. Oh, no, it did work. No, first shot was just luck. But we're going in the cave, and we'll try again. Alright, this time the Eye of Ender threw it straight into the ground, so we're going to tunnel down. And it looks like we found the stronghold. So let me just make sure we have a way back out. And around a couple of corners, we've already got silverfish. Wonderful, wonderful. Let me just hit the thing. Okay. Got to take out the spawner, but apparently a pickaxe is not the best weapon against silverfish. Alright guys, can you take care of him? Thank you. Alright, let me just pillar up here. We can get this thing out of here. Okay, so pickaxe is not a great weapon against these, but I know what is. Power 5 bow. That solves most problems. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Watch your step. Oh, we got more company. Okay, now that we've secured the gate room, let me go ahead and load this thing up. And squoosh into the portal. I'll go first and set up the sled. Alright, let's see. I can't waste too much time here. I don't know when that dragon's going to come by, and I am floating in midair. So let me get a bridge out. I'm going to try to bridge out past the dragon's reach. And it seems to be going good so far. In fact, it went so peacefully for so long that I almost forgot there was a dragon involved in this. Until she reminded me. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, I'm just going to get over here. Let that dissipate. Now come on, Jean, don't. Okay. I'm just going to get over here and let them both dissipate. I knew I should have brought some bottles. I intended to bring a stack of them. I left them sitting on the counter at home. But let's see, it shouldn't take too long, I hope. If she doesn't come around, I'm okay. That's it, turn around, go the other way. Thank you. Alright, I think I may need to bridge out just a little bit further. Okay, now the sled is built, it's time to call in the rest of the crew. Sit, run up here, and we are off. Okay, everybody fasten your seatbelts. No pushing, no shoving. Refreshments will be served at the midpoint. Here we go. So we're scooting out into the end. Machine's working fine. Well, it looks like we might be bouncing around. Actually, from my perspective, it's perfectly stable. The honey blocks are excellent for transporting people. I know a lot of people like to use the slime blocks, but my experience is you bounce around. It's a little unnerving. So I'm turning on the shaders, so we're not looking at a black screen for the rest of the trip. And after about 5 minutes, you can just start to see the outer islands come into play. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit. The entire trip is probably about 6-7 minutes across, which isn't too bad, but it's perfectly safe. And you know where you're going. Well, you don't know what's on the other end, but you know which direction you're going. And if you look over to the right, you'll see all the Endermen have come out to greet us, to cheer us on, to welcome us to the outer islands of the end. And we're going to get some directions from them and see if we can find the closest city. Alright, after we go for our way up onto the surface, first things first, we're going to grab some samples, get some building materials, and go ahead and light up our parking space so we can find it again. I will need to take the sled back for the next group. And while we're at it, we can go ahead and make a little bit of a water supply, seeing as you won't find water on the end typically. And then we're off. And finally, we come to the end of the first island. That is by far the biggest island I've ever found in one of these places. It just went on and on forever. But inevitably, we do have to build a bridge. Mitsu took the first bridge duty. And then we quickly find that this is a tiny island, so I took the second bridge. It's a nice long one. Unfortunately, I ran out of materials, so I had to go and collect more. She finished it up. Nice wide bridges. This island's a little bit bigger and a shorter jump to the next one. And about this point, it is starting to get late in the day, so we decided to go ahead and set up a base of operations for the night, a little secure shelter, and we'll be camping here until the next day. I'm going to go ahead and put a flat roof, lower slabs so the Endermen don't spawn on top of it. And I even throw a ladder up there so we can get up there if we need to. Calling all the troops home. Said calling all the troops. There they go. And that's it. We got the first day out of the way. Next day, I get up, and one island over, I find the first end city. It's a good sized one, and it has a ship, so we are off to a good start. And the start gets better, because if you look off to the left here, it looks like there's a second city just over the horizon. And I think there's a second ship as well. Okay, at this point I should point out we are using a mod called Looter. It makes all game chests player specific, so that it's good for servers with a lot of people. That way if one person gets to the chest first, everybody else isn't out of luck. It's individual for each person. They get their own share of the loot, and that includes the elytra. They put the elytras in a chest for this purpose. By the time of this recording is going live, though, we've updated to 21.5, and Looter takes forever to update. So it has been dropped from the thing. But at this point, it is still active, and that's in fact the reason we waited to update, so that we could get in here and everybody get their elytra. But to get up there, since I'm going to have people following me later on, I'm going to go ahead and pillar up, and I'm going to put a little safety pool at the bottom. Let's see, right about here looks like a good spot. Just need to build a little swimming pool. That should just about do it. There. We just fill this with water, pillar up from the center, and we should have easy access to the ship with minimal risk. Go ahead and fill this in. And that should do it. Okay. Pillaring up. And here we go. City at the end of the game. And I can hear the shulkers. I'm not sure where they came up with the sound effect for the shulkers, but it's amusing if nothing else. Bwah! Okay, let me break into this place. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Whoa. Hello. Can you come out and play? Please, thank you. Oh, got my first shulker shell. 2 more of those in a chest, and I've got a shulker box. The ultimate... Ah, there's the elytra. That is 1. Let's see what else they got. Some gold. That's not too bad. Grab the iron, more gold, and a saddle. Can always use an extra saddle. I believe they're going to let us craft those in the near future. But for now, since death is still a possibility, I am going to sock these away. I didn't bring any rockets. If I had, it would make the rest of this much easier. But we're going to secure those away in the ender chest. And take a look at the city. Oh wait, we got some more shulkers here. Guys hiding outside. Push of healing, nice. Probably need that in a minute. My inventory's getting a little bit full. Oh, I did not move fast enough. That'll wear off in a second here. Oh, it looks like he hit himself. Oh, there's still another one. At least one. Alright, let's see if we can find this guy. I think he's up here. See if I can get him without getting sent off into the stratosphere. Where are you? Oh. Oh, I thought that was going to hit the shield, but it did not. Okay, stratosphere it is. Let me grab my bow for this one. This guy's mean. It looks like there's another one underneath the ship. I can see the bullets coming from below. I might want to eat the chorus fruit right now. Otherwise, I'm going to be in trouble. There we go. Should wear off here in a second. See if I can get on the ladder. I don't see him. He must be under the ship. Okay, did some checking. Looks like he's down here. And there he is. Let's get this guy knocked out. Gotcha. I don't know if he dropped a shell or not. I can't see anything. But let's go down and check the city. Okay, come on to the front door. There's a couple of them. And that one teleported. Okay, we'll have to hunt him down. Let's try to get this guy before he jumps. Got it. That makes 2 shulker shells, which means I can make a box. First things first, gonna make a little base of operations inside here. Let's see, ender chest, a crafting table. And then we're going to need 8 planks to make a chest. And with a chest, I can make a shulker box. These things are awesome. You can load them up same as a regular chest, but then you can break it down with all the stuff in it and stick it in your ender chest or your inventory or wherever. It makes inventory management so much easier. There we go. Now, let's see if we can collect a few more of those before we call it a day. First of all, I'm going to put some water in here. Gives us a water source in case I need to do a bucket clutch. Okay, so we found the straggler that teleported earlier. Look at that. Aren't I adorable? That makes a pretty good helmet, actually. Too bad the enemy will still attack you. Alright, so I got up in the tower, and it got a little chaotic. And a little scary up here. There are a lot of shulkers in the main tower, and I am way up in the air. Eat. Okay, let's see if I can't take some of these guys out before they get me. 1, 2, let's see a shell there. Okay, let's get up here before the slidey thing wears off. I got my slow falling potion on, so minimal risk. Alright, let's check the loot chest. That's okay, that's not too bad. Curse of Vanishing, but if you don't die, you're fine. That one's not worth it. Okay, that's gonna be it for the in-city raids, I think. And recall. Had a friend teleport me back to the base. Just like that, safe and sound. Best way out of the end. That way you don't have to go back to the main island or kill the dragon. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed our little escapades. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then... Oh, wait. Forgot to show you. I've got my elytra. And with the cape, it is a lovely pair of wings. I love it. Now I just got to get some rockets. Okay, well that's it. See you next episode. Till then, goodbye.